this planet? What's it called?
Trenzalore.
We are going to take a look at the monsters that will be featuring in the Time of the Doctor. If you've seen all the posters, etc., the trailers, you'll know these monsters are in it. If not, I apologise for spoiling it, but you wouldn't be watching this review if you didn't want minor spoilers. Basically, what we have here are variants of figures I have reviewed before, except for the new series Cyberman, which I've never reviewed before. We have a Dalek Ironside, as I've reviewed the Bronze Dalek already. So the Dalek Ironside from Victory of the Daleks. We have a Silence from Day of the Moon and Possible Astronaut. This is the first Silence that were released. A Damaged Weeping Angel from Flesh and Stone and Time of the Angels. And a Cyber Leader from this is a Series 2 Cyber Leader. The old design of the Cybermen in the new series. Because they don't have a full-size 5-inch new series Cyberman, so I can't review it because I'm not going to buy a 3 3/4 inch Cyberman. They just don't look as good, and it's a shame with all that detail with that Cyberman. So I've got this one. So the first figure we'll take a look at is the Damaged Weeping Angel. Now the Damaged Weeping Angel is a very nice figure. It comes in the Series 5 collector set, or one of the two Series 5 collector sets. This one comes with the Red Dalek drone set, I believe, with the Amy Pond figure. And it's a very nice figure. It's not the same as standard Weeping Angel figures, obviously, because it's got legs, whereas the others just have the cloth going down, covering their legs, and the wings are damaged, and there's cracks and everything across the sculpt. So I'll just go into articulation quickly. Head can turn, does a 360, mine's stiff because this has hardly been used. Wings can be posed back or forth, but they're usually just like that, and I think the wings are possibly removable, but I wouldn't try it, they may snap. Arms can do a 360, slightly hindered by the wings. Biceps can turn, but this is the problem with Series 5 figures. You could twist them and the arm will come off, and I've actually just broke it, unfortunately, so oh dear. Never mind, I'll have to fix that later. So don't turn the arms because you'll break them. That's bad. No torso articulation. The legs can go out to the sides. I don't know whether they can do a 360. The feet can turn as well. I'm not going to try and turn the legs because I've already just lost the arm. So now it really is a Damaged Weeping Angel figure. So the detail. Because it's a new series figure, this figure is fairly accurate to the episode. It's meant to be one of the angels you see pursuing the church soldiers and Amy and the Doctor and River through the Maze of the Dead and the forest. And basically it's just painted in a nice grey stone effect colour with some dirty washes over it. It's very nice. You've got all these cracks and everything going across the skirt, the robe, and the cracks across here to makes it look like it is actually made of stone. You've got the wings, which look like they've got feather effect where it's damaged, so it's very nice. They're not as regular as the standard Weeping Angel figures. They're kind of ruined wings, but they look very good. It's nice little details. Same on the back, two different patterns of detail to show you that they are actually damaged. I think if they look the same on both sides, it wouldn't look like a damaged Weeping Angel. It would look like it's a synthetic figure as well. One of the best bits of the figure is the face sculpt. Now, it's the Screaming Angel head, obviously, with the fangs and the eyes that have scared children since Blink, and it's very nice. This has got all cracks and everything in it, and it's nicely detailed, and the darker washes of paint really highlight the sculpt of the figure. and the hair is done very nicely. It's been sculpted just like any other figure. The hair has its part of the sculpt, but the grey and dark washes make the detail really, really nice. Looks really, really good. And the legs are a bit disappointing. They're just plain stone legs, but they probably had to take a little bit of artistic license with these. They're just plain stone legs, smooth feet, with some detailing of stone, cracked stone on it. Again painted in grey with a brown wash over it. So that's the Weeping Angel figure. Nice figure, I like it. It's a shame that the arm just snapped off because of the joints. The joints are very, well, not very good. This is the problem with Series 5. I don't think they're made as well, and I'm going to have to glue that. As you can see, the peg has actually snapped, so I'm going to glue that still. So that's the Weeping Angel figure. Very, very nice. So the next figure I'm going to look at is the Cyberman, or to be technical, a Cyber Leader figure from Series 2. The Cyber Leader articulation is as follows: 360 in the arms, arms can bend, wrist 360 articulation, very, very nice. The head can do a 360 very, very easily. It's not removable, this head is just very loose. There's no torso articulation. Legs can move, but they're very, very stiff. They can go out to the side slightly and forward and backward. Don't move them too much because you may get some paint rub. Legs can bend at the knees, and you've got some movement, not too much, at the boots, but you wouldn't need to move that anyway because cyber feet don't really tend to move. So that's the articulation, pretty standard. This is a Cyberman. There are different versions of the Cyberman available. This is a Series 2 variant with the Cybus logo on the chest. There are the ones that don't have the logo on the chest, which are later variants, the damaged Cyberman, but I don't own one of those. These Cybermen have been released countless times in countless variants, but they're all basically the same sculpt. So this is a Cyber Leader, as you can see by the black handlebars, and the detail is pretty good. I really like this Cyberman. They're very, very cool. They're very cool. I always thought these were very chunky and stocky. I just think that they're a bit too weak, these Cybermen, especially when they first started. They got taken down by 4 Daleks. Even if they are Earth Cybermen, Cybermen should not be getting destroyed left, right and centre by Daleks. They should be able to at least put up a fight. So the detail is very, very good. The face sculpt's very, very nice with that kind of snake tongue style face with the blank expression. Very, very nice, very creepy. You've got all these lines and details and the grating there. The handlebars just smooth with the black paint on it. It doesn't go all the way. Back of the head sculpted very, very nice as it is in the story. These are one of the most accurate figures that they release, actually. They're very, very close to their, well, probably 100% close to their on-screen counterparts. You've got the segmented chest piece with the kind of armour plating going down in the vents at the side. It's all very, very nice. Smooth chrome silver paint job like the classic Cybermen. You've got the wiring in between the joints, which should really be a kind of grey and black, but this is just completely silver. But it's not too big a deal, I don't mind it. The arms are very, very nice. They've got the piping on the sides, the plating detail sculpted on very nicely with darker washes to highlight more of the details. The arms are very, very good. The gauntlets, they've got the line details as well. And there's also a gun attachment on certain Cybermen for that little crappy laser gun they have that they shoot. Hands are very, very good, sculpted. You've got all the detail of the gloves that the Cybermen have, all these highlights, and it's been painted in grey and then darker grey and black washes over it. Same on the other hand. One's open, one's closed. The Cybermen come with different hands depending on which rank they are. The legs are very nice. Again, you've got the plated armour with the detail and the piping on the legs, and the detail is very, very nice. Again, smooth with the chrome paint, not chrome, the metallic silver paint. The shoes, or the feet of the Cybermen are very, very good there again in the segmented panels, and they're very, very good for them to stomp around going like as they do. And of course the back is very, very nice. You've got the little detailing here on the venting of, I don't know what purpose they serve, but yeah, you've just got the venting on the back, and the 2 little back bits here as well, sort of like reminiscent of the chest units, but unfortunately they don't have chest units, which is something I miss on Cybermen. And of course the Cybus logo, which is not removable on this version of the Cyber Leader, although other versions it was. So that's the Cyber Leader. You can pick, it's okay, not too fond of this variant of Cyberman. I wish it was one of the newer ones, but they're only in 3 3/4 inches scale. So very, very nice figure, but yeah. So that's the Cyberman. You can get that very easily. Very, very nice. And the next figure I will take a look at is the Ironside Dalek. The Ironside Dalek is the Russell T Davies era Dalek sculpt, same as the Progenitor Guardian that I showed in my Day of the Doctor review. It's exactly the same sculpt, just modified and repainted. So it's got all the same articulation. Head can do a full 360 like all Daleks can. The eye can go up and down. It may be removable, I'm not sure. No, this one isn't, unlike the Progenitor Guardian. The gun is quite stiff, but it's posable, so that can go around. It's on a ball joint. And the plunger is also on a ball joint and can go around in all sorts of directions. That's quite loose, so these guns and plungers may come out. And of course it's on 3 wheels, so it can drive around. So the detail of this Dalek is the important thing. I always did like these Ironside Daleks. I thought they looked really, really cool in this dull military green colour. It is basically this, as I said, basically the same sculpt as the Progenitor Guardian. In Time of the Doctor, it is the Russell T Davies era Daleks, like the Progenitor Guardian, not this variant, but I've already reviewed that, so that's why I picked this. And basically, you've got the same detailing on the head, all the same lines and everything, except painted in the green. The whole body is painted in the green, from the head down to the skirt. The differences are, this one now has a British flag, or a Union flag, where its identification tag should be, as these are supposed to be built by Professor Edwin Bracewell during World War II. So that's a nice little feature. And of course the obvious, glaringly obvious thing is that the slats are now covered up by the equipment pouches, which are have been sculpted to look like they are made of leather. They've got the leathery, matted leathery effect, sort of like the Matt Smith tweed jacket, and it looks very, very nice. It's been painted in a dark colour and then brown, and then given darker washes over it to highlight the leather details. You've got the strap sculpted on as well, which is very, very nice, with the silver buckle detailing and the 2 little holes there at the sides. The pouches are sculpted. They're solid pieces. They don't like go in or anything. They're sculpted very, very nicely with creases and little clip buttons on them as well. And they go all the way around, and they're in different sizes. They seem to be sort of clicked onto the actual sculpt of this ammunition pouch, or whatever it's called. And on the back you've got this silver container kind of thing, which I don't know what it is. The strap continues here. You've got the stitching here on the back, where you can see it's been stitched together with like put together with like string, like in the show, and that just dangles down over the sculpt, the middle part of the sculpt, which is very, very nice, and that's been painted nicely. And you've got the gap in the middle here, which it looks pretty cool. Nice attention to detail. You can see the slats underneath. You've got the canteen with the silver top and the fabric pouch over it with the 2 little buttons on, which is very, very cool. And 2 more pouches at the side here as well. And what I particularly like about the ammunition pouches is, if you look closely at how it's sculpted, if you just look when the light hits there, it looks like you can actually see the slats underneath. So maybe the slats are under here, I'm not sure, but it just looks really, really good. It makes it look like the slats are under here rather than just a piece of rubber that's been put on instead of the slats. So that's very, very nice. The only other feature is, of course, the hemispheres are also in the same colour green as the body, with one odd exception, which is in matte green. Don't know why. Well, 2 actually in matte green, gloss green even, sorry, which is very strange, but I can live with that. And all the black on the bottom of the skirt, the screws and the head is now not in a gloss black, it is now in a smooth matte black paint finish, which I think sort of complements the green. So that's the Ironside Dalek. Very, very nice. There is another variant with fabric covers over the lights, but I like this variant more. The lights made it look a bit silly. But this is a very, very nice variant. It's a very, very nice Dalek. I always did like these in Victory of the Daleks. So if you want this figure, definitely try and track it down. So the last figure to look at is... that's funny. I can't remember. Which one is it? I'm not sure. Whoa, oh, where did he come from? Yeah, so the next figure to look at is the Silent. Now, the Silents are, of course, possibly the big bad for the 11th Doctor era. They are the ones destined to kill the 11th Doctor. They've been trying to kill him to make sure the question isn't answered on Trenzalore. Obviously, the question is Doctor Who, if you watch Series 6. So that question must never be answered. And, of course, the 11th Doctor is supposed to die on Trenzalore. And they are also responsible for the TARDIS exploding somehow. Don't ask me how, we've got all that to come, hopefully. So, this Silent is absolutely fantastic. It's one of the best figures they've ever released in the new series. Definitely from the Series 6, this is a highlight of the wave, because Series 6's wave was very disappointing. It was just constant re-releases of Silents and Astronauts and Flesh doppelgangers. They didn't do any new variants of anything else, which they should have. But this itself was a very, very nice figure. So articulation is a standard figures articulation. 360 in the arms, they're very, very long. 360 in the biceps. Arms can bend, they're just very, very stiff. And there's 360 degree at the wrists. Be very careful, as the cuffs of the arm, the jackets they wear may take the hand out of its socket. Legs can go forward and backward, out to the side, because they're on a T-joint piece. The thighs can do a 360, the knees can bend, and there is no ankle articulation. As for the torso, can do a slight can turn slightly. Oh, it can do a 360, there we go. It may just be slightly hindered by the coat that the Silent is wearing, or the jacket. So, the detail. Where do I even begin? This figure is one of the best figures they've made, in my opinion, from Series 6. They've released the Silent many times. There's one that has this has got quite a gloss black shine to it on the suit. The other variants they released were variants that had matte black suits, no slime, and had pink skin, which I thought looked absolutely terrible. With the bright pink skin, it looked very, very garish and nowhere near as creepy. It lost the finer details. And then they released an open mouth version, which is meant to be when they are going to electrocute people as well. They released that in the pink skin variant, and like this. To me personally, this darker grey skinned, pale skinned version of this Silent is the better of the two. So they released this countless times, and even released it with electricity coming out of their hands. So I'll go into detail first with the face sculpt. Now, as you can see from here, the face sculpt is excellent. It's just brilliant. It captures the on-screen mask very, very well. It's very, very creepy, with the eyes silhouetted with the dark greyish blue paint. You can barely see the eyes in this dark. Even if I bring it up close, you can barely see it. You've got all the like the temples of the head, the skull, the kind of skull highlighted. All the wrinkles and indentations of the skin are highlighted by having the pale white colour and the grey wash over the top, and it just looks absolutely brilliant. I love this head sculpt so much. You've got the nose detail sort of looking like a dog's nose or a love heart for some weird reason, and you've got the kind of mouth bit where the mouth just appears, famously modelled on the screen painting, of course, if you read the Essential Guide to Doctor Who. And if you just look around the sides, you've got sort of a Joker-esque kind of mouth sculpted on, or jawbone sculpted on there. And if you continue around the back, the detail continues on the neck as well, like all the veins and all the flesh, with these grey highlights. A In the head is not smooth, it is detailed, it's got some detailing on it as well, and that's got some, that's pale white with the grey detailing over it as well. And it all comes together to make a very creepy face. I think this is brilliant, and I love the fact that you can't see the eyes when you, even on this camera. It just makes them look even spookier when they're stood back there like that. So that's the head sculpt. The suit is very, very nice. It's not smooth either. That is sculpted with all these creases, like it's slimy. The suits are very, very strange actually. I wondered why they wore suits, but it does look cool, I suppose, and iconic. And they've all got creases all around it. It's all over the place. There's just creases everywhere. It's painted in a matte black finish. You've got the pockets here on the sculpt and the buttons fastened up, except for this one. You've got the white shirt and tie, which is very, very nice, painted in a matte white and a gloss black for the tie again. The trousers also have the creases on these very, very long legs as well, and the gloss black, sorry, on the legs, and a matte black boot on both feet. So that's very, very nice. The same with the arms, there's creases everywhere, they're excellent. And then of course you have the hands with the 3 gigantic fingers and the thumb. They're all painted very, very nicely. They've also got the bone detailing, as you can see, highlighted on them, and you've got wrinkles of the skin highlighted on there as well, with very, very light touches of the dark grey paint that's on the face, and obviously the middle finger of doom, pardon the joke, that they shoot the lightning out of as well. So you can just put that there and have the silent use their lightning effects to electrocute and kill people. So that's the silent, very, very good figure. If you want to track this down, you'll have to get the Series 6 variant, and you'll have to be quick, because you know, if you don't get them quick and keep eye contact with them, they can just vanish. What was I saying? I swear I had another figure to review. Oh well, I guess that pretty much brings the review to, and there we have it, the 11th Doctor and his greatest foes, all together in one big special review. The fall of the 11th is nigh, and we must prepare for change. And it seems like it's come a moment too soon. So thank you for watching this review, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's probably my last 11th Doctor review, unless some brand new variants come out. But with the new Doctor on the rise, it's more likely that they'll release more of his Doctor, and the 11th Doctor figures will become few and far between. If you'd like to purchase any of these figures, you can get the 11th Doctor Christmas Carol version with the TARDIS and an Amy Pond figure from Forbidden Planet. You can get the Silent and the Dalek Ironside in Forbidden Planet. You can get the Cyber Leader. For me, it was actually a B&M re-release. It was like a sales figure. It's basically a repaint. So you can either get them in B&M if you're in England, or you can look for them in Dalek Battle Packs, etc. online to see if you can get one, or get one loose on eBay. And the Weeping Angel you can get in the Series 5 Collector's Set. The damaged version. If you want a clean version, you can get them singularly. And for the Stetson Doctor Series 6, you can get that in Forbidden Planet as well, and you can get the Pandoric Opens version with the Fairs also from Forbidden Planet. So thank you for watching this review, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy the time of the Doctor. Try not to cry too much, because I know I certainly will shed a tear at his going. I think Matt Smith's been an absolutely fantastic Doctor. I've enjoyed every moment he's been the Doctor. He's really, really been special, and I hope that, well, I'm sure that Peter Capaldi will be an excellent Doctor as well. I've no doubt about it. It's Peter Capaldi. He's an excellent actor. So I look forward to the future of Doctor Who, and that's pretty much it. So thank you for watching this review. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I shall see you in the new year for a new batch of reviews that I hope you'll enjoy as much as I've enjoyed making them. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.
I'm sorry.
I'm the doctor. I was here to help. And you are very, very welcome.
Trust me, I'm the doctor.